Okay guys, so welcome back to another video. What I have this morning, what I want to show you is my experience with this stiff graphite shaft. Now I've been trying a lot of shafts recently. I go from the regular steel stiff to the regular steel to a graphite, and now I'm trying this. I've been trying for the past 3 weeks actually this stiff graphite. The weight on it is 60 grams, and I have to tell you my experience with it. I was thinking that it was going to be better than the regular graphite, and to my surprise, this right here was it cut down my swing speed. So it was basically just like my standard steel. The feel was a little different though. I did feel the stiffness on it. So my conclusion is that I think it has a lot to do with the stiffness of the club. For my type of swing, I don't think I'll benefit much from a stiff shaft, regardless of whether it's steel or a graphite shaft. So I definitely think for me, I just need a regular shaft. Now, what I can do now, I can play with the weight. But for what I can tell you from this shaft, the feel was okay. It wasn't that bad, but you can definitely see that the stiffness works against me in this case. It didn't. I didn't lose it to the left like I did with the steel stiff shaft, but I lost a lot of swing speed. Okay, guys. So I have some data here. This is with the stiff graphite shaft. Club head speed 80.5, carry distance 144. Then obviously I tried this over a period of 3 weeks. So then another session right here, 79.7 carry distance. I kind of struggled on this day because it was a little harder to hit the stiff shaft. And then the last session that I had, I did the best, 81.1, and my carry distance went up. But obviously compared to the regular graphite shaft, it was a little more, the regular graphite shaft. But something that is really interesting, if you look at the launch angle on the regular graphite shaft, 17.8 does over 10 balls. Now if I look at the same on the stiff shaft, the launch angle went much higher. This is from one session, then this is for another session, 20.3, and then from another session even higher. So that's quite interesting. It seems to me, for my swing, the with the stiffer shaft, I tend to hit I guess a little higher launch angle. So I don't know what is that due to, but I think it does reflect on my swing, because it felt a little more difficult. So maybe it's something that I do unconsciously. I try to get the ball higher maybe, but it does affect my swing. And overall, I would say it's much easier with the regular graphite shaft. Okay, so another thing that I want to say is that obviously when you try, like for instance me, when I tried this stiff shaft, I tried it for over 3 weeks on and off. I don't think, and then I made my decision based on that. I don't think you can just take a few shots and then just say, okay, this is for me, that's not for me. I don't think that's not going to help you. I mean, that's not really trying, that's not. It's like, I think like food, you try one time, it's like, no, I'm good, I'm not gonna. You have to let it, give it some time, so I think it's the same with clubs, in my case, I tried it for actually almost a month, and then I came into a conclusion. If I were to try it just a couple of times with all these reviews that I'm doing, obviously I would have right away, I would say, no, my club, the one I'm playing with right now, is better because it feels better, and obviously it's because I'm used to it. So it doesn't work that way. I think you have to give it time. You have to at least take it to the course, take it to the range a couple of times, and then you will see if the shaft is really for you or not. Okay, so I was quite curious about the launch angle, so I went back to check on the KBA's stiff shaft on the steel, and to my surprise, it was the same thing. The launch angle was higher. This is one session here, and then another session, 21.4, and then 22. And compare, just to get an idea, to the regular shaft is 19.3. So a couple of degrees more. I tend to hit with the stiffer shaft. My launch angle is higher. So I don't know exactly why is that due. In my opinion, though, I think I would prefer a lower launch angle. So regardless of whether it is a graphite shaft or a steel shaft, To me, for my swing, when it's stiff, I tend to hit the launch angle increases. So I would say that that would be negative for me. Okay, so something that I want to add, I think, for those who never tried something like a regular, maybe they play even stiff, I think you won't know until you try them. And it does, in my opinion, it does play a big role. I mean, if you have a fast swing speed, you're definitely going to benefit from the stiff shaft, I will say. But if you just have a standard swing speed, I think it was just, I mean, you get maybe a little bit of control, a little bit more, but it's not going to be worth it, in my opinion. I think you'll be surprised if you try it. Maybe just going from a stiff to regular, you will definitely see a difference. So I was thinking that maybe, you know, if it was graphite, I can try the stiff, but definitely not. The stiffness, I think it has a lot to do, it's very correlated with the swing speed, in my opinion. I'm not saying that it's not going to be, maybe I felt control with it, but what I'm saying, even if you switch to graphite, don't just assume that you're going to need a stiff shaft, because more likely you won't need a stiff shaft. Stiff shaft, you're going to need if you have fast swing speed. For instance, Brandon Snedeker, he plays graphite in the PGA Tour, but he does play stiff graphite, so he would benefit from that because he has a pretty good swing speed. So he uses graphite for different reasons, and definitely think into that. You know, think about that, because I think it does. If you're like me, it does play a huge difference, the stiff and the regular. Now, obviously, irons and woods may be different because. For instance, with my driver, I do feel better with a stiff shaft because even if I lose some speed, I can control that better. But I think with the irons, it's a little more different. I think, you know, you can. I feel that you can compress the ball a little better if you have a little more speed, and if you can gain those 2-3 miles per hour with, you know, difference in graphite or steel, or the weight or the stiffness, then that definitely would help you. Okay, guys, so that was just a quick review on the graphite stiff shaft, and based on my experience, it did not work. It did not improve. I was thinking that it was going to be I was going to gain a lot of benefits from being stiff, considering that it was already a graphite shaft, but absolutely not. It didn't work for me, so I'm going to stick to regular. Now what's left for me to do is play a little bit with the weight of the club. So if I'm sticking with a graphite shaft, definitely I can maybe try to see if I can find a shaft that is that has a little more weight. So one thing that I want to add from the regular graphite shaft that I did gain a lot of distance was a regular graphite shaft that was longer, about a couple of inches longer than the standard shaft, and I tried it on an 8-iron. If you want to see a video on that, just make sure to click in this link. Definitely there I did see it improve in distance about a club. So the shaft was longer, so that made it even a little softer than what it was. So I have to maybe play around with that, maybe to get better feel. I can keep it longer, but maybe get a little more weight on it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, but definitely for me the stiff graphite did not work. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.